Did you know hear my text about what Mitch should do?
Quit
your job and become a liquor distributor and just drive around and talk to people and drop off booze and then get us the best bourbon in the market.
I would be constantly drunk. Like every day.
Drink on the job.
Tell that to 30 bottles that are sitting in the trunk with me, one of which is like freaking Pappy.
Welcome back to another 3 Bourbon Years. We are reviewing Basil Hayden 10 year. And what do we know about it, Taylor?
It's quite the number.
I was not prepared for that. On this bottle.
Just throw you under the bus right away.
We know it's 10 years. We know that
at least 10 years.
It's at least 10 years. It's 80 proof, and it's a Jim Beam product. It's a Basil Hayden. Everybody knows about it. It's something that everyone buys and thinks is special.
Water. Oh, sorry.
Mitch is turned off because this comes in at 40% alcohol volume, 80 proof.
Yes.
So we're
She's
a little
watered down a bit.
Yeah.
Although, like, I do what most actual liquor comes in at like 35. Wait, is that true? Or is it mostly 40, 45? Like, what do vodkas come in?
Right. So you're getting like a mixer whiskey kind of quality.
Yeah.
Jim isn't like a Jim Beam and Jack, aren't those around 80 or are they 90?
I think they're like 80.
I think they're...
We should look that up. We don't really
Wait.
drink it too often.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, it's coming.
Wait. No.
Beautiful bottle though. I mean,
yes.
The bottle's great. The color, I love the gray
marketing's
color.
great.
It's like a sky blue.
I like this like wrap around the metal piece.
It's really recognizable.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, you know Basil Hayden when you see it.
I'm not a fan of their corking though. It looks really cheap. But
I don't know. I don't actually hate it. I mean, it's got the labeling and everything on there, but it's like, especially this gray, this like bluish gray. I really dig that a lot.
I like the label on top. It's just the cork material itself just feels kind of fakey.
I'm gonna get them poured up here.
Basil Hayden to us,
Hook me up.
We felt like we needed to get one in the rotation here because we haven't reviewed one yet. And historically with the Bourbon Years, not something we've been super fired up about.
Just because we're proof junkies, we like...
Take this for what you will. This is not an insult. I feel like Basil Hayden is 100% just an entry-level whiskey when it comes to...
I think it's a little weak, especially for the price. We don't really consider it a high value. But we're going to go into this with really just, not any bias based on our earlier opinions of it. Because this is the 10 year, we haven't tried it yet. Ooh. It's something a little harder to find. I mean, I really don't see it very often. I've seen it one time, I
have never seen it.
So I'm going to go into it with an open mind,
This
is a weird nose.
This bottle is about $65 too, so that's where it's going to be like a questionable.
$65.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting like plum wine with some mint. I'm getting like plum wine mixed with some mint, maybe like a honeycomb.
Very, very plummy.
Yeah,
I agree on the plum.
Like it's very
little plum and honey. It is kind of hard to get a nose, and I think it's to be expected with an 80 proof.
Right.
Bourbon, you're not going to get a super potent nose, and that's totally fine. The nose doesn't have to be potent in order for it to be a good bourbon. And it's actually kind of pleasant, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, it's very, like, herbal.
Yeah, florally.
Yeah.
So it's funny you say that. I immediately picked up, like, you got one of those containers of gum, and you pop it open and smell like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like bubble tape.
A little sweet chalky kind of.
Yeah, and the herbal, like I did get like a little bit of a tea, like a
like
chamomile or
black tea or something. Yeah,
tea with like a mint,
not like rye spice tea-ish grassy in it, but like just a little like a mint herbal black tea or something.
Light color, not really to be.
Absolutely black tea. I'm black tea and plum. It's very light. Yeah,
a little bit of licorice maybe, like a black licorice.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely getting some like anise or some
anise. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Anise.
Anise.
All right, he doesn't know how to say it. That's not a vulgar term.
Yeah, honey though, a little light honey too. Yeah, it's a pleasant nose though. I honestly don't mind it at all, especially at 80 proof. It's really not that bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say for an 80 proof, I feel like nose is very well rounded.
Yep. Cheers, guys. Let's try this. We'll tell you what we think.
Here's that Jim Beam.
Surprisingly, well, not surprisingly because it's 10 year, but I am getting some oak.
Yeah, definitely oak. That's coming from that.
Actually, that finish ain't too bad.
A little vanilla.
The finish is, it's still tingling my tongue a little bit. It's kind of washing all over. It's pretty oily.
It died pretty quick, but it lingered still.
I will say I was expecting a little less, but it feels like a 90 proof.
It does kind of feel like
it drinks above its weight. It drinks above its weight for sure.
That note, I do like that nose. I have to say, the nose is pleasant.
The nose is good.
Ooh.
It's got a little bit of that Jim Beam nuttiness. There's a little bit of like that peanut shell.
Yep.
Not like full on nuttiness on this one, just more like peanut shells. If you've ever had like the big bag of peanuts at like a baseball game and you crack them open, or like a Texas Roadhouse on the ground, it almost like tastes how that would smell. That's what I get out of it. A little bitter. That little bitterness.
Okay, so that goes into what I was going to say. So, second sip was a little bitter, but extremely short.
Yeah.
Like it was like, now that was coating my mouth, it just dropped off.
It did go away, you're right.
Yeah,
that first sip, maybe it was because we haven't really gotten into it today yet, but...
The one thing that's kind of weird is, maybe it's the oiliness, but I'm getting like a savory, like, my mouth's kind of watering, like, after the fact. Like, it's short finish, but I'm kind of like, I could taste, go for some more of that kind of thing.
I've taken a few sips of this, and I'm trying to pay attention to the texture, and I agree, it like tastes oily, but like the texture is very like watery. It just kind of like
it's not thick.
It kind of goes down.
It's not very viscous.
For some reason, I may end up ruining this for you guys. For some reason, after I drink it, right on the end, I get like a scrambled egg funk.
Like a wet egg?
Yeah, like it's an eggy kind of. Maybe it's just my palate right now.
That's bitterness maybe that we were getting.
But I'm kind of getting like a taste of like a scrambled egg, and I'm not really a fan of it.
I'm not getting a scrambled egg.
All right, it could just be like my palate doing something funky on me.
Was
right
that
now.
breakfast burrito you ate before you came over here?
I did actually have eggs like a little while ago. Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Oh, okay.
No, I had a what is it called? An egg McMuffin kind of thing.
So you taste the age on it though. I mean, like it's there. You get a little bit of that barrel char. So yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a fan of this than I am the regular Basil Hayden. It's not even close. Right.
So here's the thing, we've nosed it, we've tasted it, a 10-year at 80 proof.
Are we doing try by tonight? Or are we?
Yeah, I'm just gonna highlight quick.
Oh, okay.
10-year 80 proof at $65. Should we go into it? All right.
Let's go.
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay. I'm confident too on this one.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty confident on this one. It's a Basil Hayden.
All right.
It didn't even have a shot coming in. I'm kidding. No, actually, this was surprising to me. It was a pleasant surprise. This is a little bit cheaper, just because of the proof. I would actually buy it all day. If this bottle was $30.
Oh yeah,
but
this is the 10-year.
$32.
The regular is
$30. I would be okay with it at 80 proof, but the fact that it's only 80 proof and that we know they're watering it down that much to get to 80 proof, it's not worth the $65 or $70, whatever you might pay for it. It is a lot better than the typical generic Basil Hayden. So if you find this, if you're a Basil Hayden fan and you find this,
go for it all day. Yeah.
Don't buy the regular Basil Hayden. There's tons of stuff out there that's better, especially for the price. If you're a Basil Hayden guy, go ahead and buy it. If you're a Jim Beam person, go ahead and buy it. I'm not going to buy it, so I'm going to deny it just based on the proof. I wish it was higher. I can't imagine what this would taste like at like 100. Yeah, 100.
That'd actually be crazy. I hope they have I hope they do start doing that.
I hope they do it someday, because that would put it on my map at least. But unfortunately, it would probably be.
Do they even have
$120?
They've never done that.
$135, right?
No, they always do. They did the toasted, which was new, like the Basil Hayden toast. Now they're doing the 10-year.
Basil
Hayden
101.
Come on with the barrel strength.
Basil Hayden 101.
Like, let's taste like what you can do.
That would be something else. But no, it's not bad whiskey. It's just the proof that gets me.
I'll go next.
You want to go? Okay.
It's very tough because we live in a world of Eagle Rares.
Yes, right. A 10-year.
$33 bottle, the best like affordable sipper you can find on the market. Just had it a couple nights ago again. It just
and it's half the price.
Right, slaps it around half the price. Basil Hayden,
10 extra proof.
Yes, I'm gonna deny. It's just pretty plain and simple. Again, I think this is excellent for our buddy Chris, or somebody who likes a little bourbon once in a while, but isn't a big bourbon fan, but wants an easy sipper.
But even for them, I would say there's other stuff that you can get that's higher proof and more flavored.
The unfortunate thing is there's mixers on the market that are more
All right, so pick me. I want to talk on this one, and I'm about to totally shit on this bottle.
Oh no!
Like,
don't shit on it too hard.
I'm going to, and there's one main reason I'm going to, is because I want to know who Basil Hayden is marketing this for. Okay.
For guys that buy Basil Hayden.
Because here's the thing,
They're already
you
buying
have
that shit
you have a 10-year product, okay, that is more expensive than so many others. Okay, it is weak. So I don't know if they're marketing. Let me just provide an example. I don't know if you're marketing to people who like mixers, because people who like mixers aren't going to pay $65 for a bottle when they can buy 3 bottles for that price, right? Are they marketing this to people who actually enjoy whiskey like us? Because it's way too weak to do that. Like, you're overpricing a product and you're not marketing it correctly. I think, like you said, if this was down in price, if you up the proof, you need to do something. You can't just keep pumping these bottles of weak crap out and charging people $70 bucks.
Falls in line with like Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. Like,
Yeah. It just
which is
potential.
way better than this.
Yeah.
Honestly, but
where like I could spend $60 and get any of the Old Forester. I could get multiple Old Foresters. I could get any Woodford Reserve. I could get basically anything from Buffalo Trace.
That's
why on the bottom of the barrel.
This is just a love letter to people who enjoy Basil Hayden.
Yes, exactly.
Who want to be into bourbon, but they don't like the proof. I mean, we've all met the guy who tries bourbon and just takes it as like it's straight alcohol and just has that face of like, oh, I just drank alcohol.
And we've also met the guy who's like, my favorite's Basil Hayden.
Yeah,
like,
yes,
so there's those
absolutely.
two guys, but that guy that makes a face, who wants to get into the hobby but makes a face when he tries alcohol. This is 80 proof, so this might prevent him from making that face. So then he starts liking Basil Hayden. He likes lower proof stuff, and then they come out with a premium product for that guy. So it'd be like us going from 1910 to 1920.
Yeah.
He's just going from regular Basil Hayden to Basil Hayden 10-year.
Yeah.
So there's a market for it, but you're right.
It's very
small,
narrow. Yeah.
It's a narrow market.
I just think if you did a little something, if you tweak your proof, you tweak your price, you'd get us.
Yeah,
like
right.
I would actually like this if this was proofed up and maybe down. I mean, I get if you proof it up, you're probably going to want it to be more expensive.
Yeah.
But I will be more interested. Like, just do something.
Which they don't even need us because they got
truthfully
people who
they
are
don't.
buying this because of the fancy bottle and stuff.
Well, remember,
90% of the people say, "Oh, you like bourbon? You like Basil Hayden, right?"
This falls in that beam category. Unfortunately, it's kind of like the beam mixer, Basil Hayden, hopping into Booker's, right? Like that's kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll bring her home since you talked last. And you normally sign us off.
Okay.
Make sure to subscribe and check us out on Instagram at 3Bourboniers. We are dropping videos once a week, and we are just trying to grow. So your support would be appreciated. Leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking and what
If you
want
hate
us. Mitch wants to know if you hate us. Taylor wants a critique on if we're doing a good job or not. And I just want somebody to give us some attention. So
I crave it. I want it so bad.
all right. Well, 3Bourboniers out. We'll see you in the next one.